Hey yo, what's up, team? What are you guys doing? You have a good day, good week so far? Everything going peachy for you guys? I had a great week, really good week. So I kind of wanted to start doing, since everything went really well yesterday with the Uber live stream. I wanted to start doing like one public live stream a week. Um, I'm not going to give out any call outs. I'm not going to give out anything that I'm looking at. That is obviously only for the academy students. I'm going to go over plays that I already went through this week that basically are useless now. But just kind of to show people like how we work as a community, what we really do, how everything, is set up, going over our profits. Maybe as a community, we can go over, some of our losses and kind of, go over some things we did wrong, some things we did right. Let's see. Oz posted in the chat. Spy June. Oh, he filled. What's up? What's up, brother? Thanks for being here. Now, Adrian, you're Angel, right? Let's see, make sure. I'm like 90% sure. All right, cool. Let's go over some positions. So this week we made $2,076. Not even including our long-term Ubers. All right, awesome. I had to make sure, Angel. Not even including our long terms. So with long terms, with everything, I think I'm probably up about $6,000 because I'm up about $4,000 this week alone on Uber. So that's a really good week. Past 2 weeks, not including this week, we're up like $8,000. And then what's up, Tyler? How you doing, brother? Thank you very much. So yeah, I mean, 2 weeks ago we were up like $3,000. Last week we were up $5,000. This week we're up $2,076 plus $4,000 on Uber. So if you count Uber and Win and some of my other long terms, I'm up like $14,000 the past 3 weeks. It's pretty dope, pretty nice. But it's not always like this. Obviously, there's a lot of times where you'll get huge gains, like we're up right now, and sometimes you'll have bad weeks. Like it just happens. So basically, this stream is gonna be me breaking down how I made $2,076 this week, and also that's not including DGX, which I'm still holding. I just started this position today, and we're up $413 on this right now. So I don't include this because I only include things I sold. So I'm basically going to go through all the my profits. If you're new here, what's up, Candace? Hit the like button. That's dope. And I'm not going to go over what I'm looking at. If you guys have questions on any stock you want, you can go ahead and ask me. What's up, Cosmos? If you guys have any questions you want to ask me, you can do that. I'm going to go over all the positions I took this week, but I'm not going to call out like any call outs because that's specifically for the academy. So let's start. With DGX, I'm already in this position here. We have this really big cup and handle that was kind of forming. I was going to get out today, but I always get out too soon. It's like my forte. I'm always known for getting out too soon. Had this really nice cup and handle. Big squeeze here. TTM was firing. We had 3 little dots. Oops. MACD crossed. RSI pointing up. This thing's looking really nice for a breakout. So getting in this now would not be a smart move in my opinion. I mean, you're risking a little more. I got in literally perfectly at the 50-day. But this thing could have the potential to run up to at least 123.35, which is like a 10% move minimally. Is crypto a wild card or a what? Outperforming gold. Tyler, I'll get to Nat. Let me check. Cosmos, I don't know. I don't care. I don't watch crypto. Plaguescape has been killing it with crypto, for a while. What did he traded something. Let me check the crypto. I forget. It was up like 40% today, I think, alone. Basic attention token price? I don't know. It's up huge though. So I don't know. I should actually probably pay attention a little more to crypto. But yeah, so with DGX, we have this huge, cup and handle forming. If you're not in it yet, it's probably not worth it to hop in at this point. But we really could run up, I think, at least up to this resistance, and then if we actually fill out the cup and handle formation, this thing could really, really go to the stratosphere. So good risk versus reward. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna go through. Let's see, Nat. So Tyler says, Nat, you think it'll go back up? I'm down $3,000. Let's see. Nordic American Tankers. I know Jeremy from Financial Education has been calling this out for a long time. I know he got in. If you're in this long term, Tyler, I wouldn't be too worried. I was looking at this. I was looking to getting into this, but it was just way too heavy. I mean, way too expensive. I'm actually going to set an alert here because I do want to get into this. I'm actually, no offense, I'm happy it's fading, so I can start a position. What's your average? If you want to share that, Tyler, you don't have to. I guess because that will depict. All right, so we could bounce. We're going to try to hold here on this 100-day. If we can bounce off the 100-day, then the next resistance is going to be up on this 50. If we break the 100-day, which it looks like, unfortunately, we're going to, we'll move down to the 200. If we touch the 200, we're probably going to bounce off. So I think you're cool. If you're in it long term, like you say you are, you're good. It might be choppy for a bit, but I think you're okay. Cosmos, I'm up 58% on OX. That's a lot of percentage. What is OX? There's no ticker for OX. Is it something different? Oxy? Is it Occidental Petroleum? I don't know. I think you may have typed that wrong. I don't have OX. When should we be looking for Tesla puts? I said it yesterday, but if you haven't seen the Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, podcast, I totally would. Okay, that's why I'm not able to see it, Cosmos. That's dope, though. Big thing with, I don't play a lot of Tesla puts. It's not like I have a small account by any means. It's just that, they're so expensive. Usually the implied volatility is pretty high. I don't usually mess with it too much. But, here's not bad. But I would say I would wait and see if we can push up. If we look at the daily on Tesla, we're kind of getting a head and shoulders here. So the risk could be worth the reward, but for me, Candace, I would want it up at 900. You know what I mean? All right, so let's go through, keep asking questions. I can look over some things for you. Let's go over some of the positions, why I took the positions. So the first one is WWE. I just closed this 5 minutes ago. I was going to hold it, but made $494 was my total return. Oops. $494 is total return. This was a really good play. I could have made more money, but, I always sell too early. It's all good. Don't worry. Big reason why I took this play, we had this big push up, kind of this long flag, squeeze forming here. This is, the MACD just finally crossed, RSI finally pushing up. We haven't even released this squeeze. This thing's been squeezing for 5 days. In my opinion, hold on a second. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, never mind. It just doesn't want to move. Oh, there we go. Okay. In my opinion, this thing really is just, I wouldn't say starting. I wouldn't get in this yet. That's why I'm putting this out here for the public, is I wouldn't get in this yet. But I really think that we could make at least another 10% move to the upside. It's just the risk versus reward would not be worth starting a position right here. But super bullish, MACD crossing, RSI super bullish. We still have not released a squeeze. So that was a really nice play. What else? Traded 400 shares of SQQQ yesterday, made $5. Sold at the end of the day. All right, iRobot. iRobot, I was down $2,000 at one point. I lost $93. So let's go over this. And thankfully I sold. So we had kind of this ascending triangle forming, which is bullish. But overall, there's reasons why I took this position to the downside. And I mean, ultimately, I lost $94. But if you were to scroll out, you can see we have this really big channel line every single time. 58, 48 has been a really, really strong resistance, and a really strong support's been 43.71. What's up, Dredge? I'll get to your UAL, DAL, because I'm in that too. So we have a big resistance here. And the reason I took it is, one, we're at resistance. Two, for you who are my students, you know what this is, but we got this divergence happening here, right here. If you guys want to learn about technical analysis, you want to learn about divergences, if you're not part of the academy, I did link it in here below. It's $30 a month for your life, as long as you sign up by June 1st. That's going to $50 a month. But you learn all about this in here. We had this, rising price action, bearish divergence. I still would maybe take a position on this again, but we'd have to see. We had a squeeze going on here on the TTM. It did release to the upside. Now, we had this push up. I was averaging down the whole way up, and then yesterday morning we had a big fade pretty early. Let me see if I can find. Here it is. This exact move here. We had this big fade in the morning. I sold out. Only lost $93. Not bad at all. But a loss is a loss, and we got to go over it. All right, so let's, before we continue that, UAL, DAL movement recap this week. My options had traffic today. Damn, I didn't even realize they're up that much. How much am I up on this? So I got, since we are public, I'm not going to say the specific position out of respect. But I do have some longer term UALs. Oh my God, said I was up $5,000. I was on the wrong position. I'm up like 15%. But I mean DALs. So Delta on the daily had this squeeze happening. We're starting to release to the upside, but a squeeze on a daily is really long. So if we can break through this EMA, Dredge, I think easily we're going to get 25% move up back up to the 50-day for sure. And on the 4-hour, we've had kind of this price level that we've not been able to get through. We're looking pretty good. A lot of resistance ahead on DAL, but if we can break through here, we'll definitely easily take another 25% move up. And UAL, kind of the same thing. Actually, almost the exact same thing. Situation going on here. Like almost to the T. But a 31% move. So they're looking good. I mean, we're holding here as long as we can. As long as, no bad news comes out, should be looking good. What's up, guys? Now we got 13 people. Hit the like button if you're new. What's up? My name's Pete. Run an academy full time. It's my YouTube channel. Welcome. And we're going over how we made $2,076 this week. If you got any questions, any tickers, anything you want me to look at, post it in the comment section. We're just going to continue to roll through these. So far we had WWE, we made like $500 on. iRobot lost $93 on. Chewy, I didn't close Chewy either yet. I was up. No, I'm not gonna. We won't go over that because that's still a play for the private. All right, Boeing. Boeing made 500 and. Oops. Let me make this smaller. There we go. Boeing. $585. I'm just going through the profit section on the Discord. So this was a stupid play. I never tell even though I made a good amount of money, I never tell anybody to take a position on a weekly. Weekly options are very dumb. You should not be taking any weekly options. Damn, now we got 14. Nice. Awesome. Usually these like later streams, less people hop on than first thing in the morning. And if you are part of the academy, you know we do this every single morning too. But Boeing, I took this on Monday. The reason I took it was we had a huge a huge put sweep coming in. So for anybody who doesn't understand options or how to trade them or anything, this is called your options chain. So you can see what is happening. in positions. So you can see like, oh, okay, today this call had 317 volume, open interest, this call, and you can see these. And I was noticing on Monday when I was checking this out, it's all good. What's up, Maddie? So I was looking around and I saw that like a 20,000 volume came in, swept through Boeing, and I was like, why the hell is there a 20,000 put? So I just was like, you know what? We're within. Let me go back here. We're within this squeeze that's happening, and I took this fade right here over 2 days, made $585, which was really dope. Nice play. If you guys have any questions, just post them down. Anything you want me to look at, I can go through them. Next one that we hit was ATVI. So, oh damn, jeez. This could be a nice little put position. Okay, so Activision. Couple reasons why I took this. Number one, I hate how TLS options chain is upside down and Robinhood's is right side up. I feel you. Robinhood's wrong. Dredge, have you talked to cruise lines? I got some shares in NCLH and Lowe's 12. No, but I can go over it. I've actually been looking at CCL again as like a trade, and I can actually break that down. So before this big earnings push, I was watching Activision. Now, long term, I like Activision a lot. Looking at the whole, I can't say the word because YouTube hates it, but looking at the whole Rona situation, like you have a lot of people who, are gaming more. You have Call of Duty Warzone, which is going to bring a lot more people in, which has really helped the Call of Duty franchise. And overall, a lot of workers can still work from home. It's not like it's shutting down their productivity or anything. So we started to have this fade. I bought in, and this was kind of like we had this nice push up into earnings, like a 7% move. And I was up pretty big. It was a small position. I was up like, I think 80%, but it was a small position. It's up like $250. Because I planned on like gambling with earnings. And I thought to myself, like, I'll just sell. It's whatever. Instead of selling, I decided I'll hold it. I always sell too soon. And we had really nice earnings. So we made $572 off of that play. It's a nice play. I'm still holding that position. Talked about iRobot. Dude, my brother was like cutting onions in here. Well, in the kitchen. It's like attached to the living room. My eyes are burning. Oh, Crispy. Good old Crisper. Sold this one too soon, too. So this was a really nice play. As always, sold too soon. So we had this move here. We had this big push up over the past couple weeks. Took a big fade. Came down to the 200-day SMA. So if anybody... I ate like 3/4 of that cheesesteak. What's up, Oz? I have to check that out. I'll have to look at that. I haven't had a cheat day in a while. Tomorrow's my brother's birthday, so I'm eating a ton of pizza. We had this big fade. And for anybody who doesn't know... or why the hell am I doing... What just happened? Okay, there we go. For anybody who doesn't know anything about technical analysis or moving averages, 200-day moving average is your strongest moving average that you're going to have. So we had broken above it, came down, bounced. Now you got to realize the chances of this bouncing off the 200 were probably like 70-30, 60-40. Like we could have definitely fell below. The reason that taking this, do y'all call it Phillies or just cheesesteaks? Just a cheesesteak. It's just a cheesesteak. I know it's a thing. What's the best Philly spot outside of Philly? There's this place called Waltz that's really good. I haven't been to Delco's, but that's what Oz says is good. What's that other place? Leo's is good. And then there's like another cheesesteak shop like outside in Delco. All the good steak shops are not in the city. It's really weird. But it's because of the roll. We have like something in our dirty Philadelphia water that helps make the rolls like that. Oz says Waltz. Yeah, Waltz is the best. So we had this big jump down. We held here. I entered right here on this position. It was a really small position for me. It was only like $3,000, $4,000. And to some people that might be a lot, but relative to the size of my portfolio, I probably should have hit it harder. We had this big push up, and I sold out right here. 6% gains, not too shabby. We made, I think, like $240 or $250, pretty small. And then, of course, I sold out. And then ever since I sold out, it ripped all the way up another 9%. So on this play alone, you could have got 16% this week. Like, your average returns in the stock market in a year is 10%. You could have just got that in a single week. I think we entered at 67, 68 on crisp. Yep. Oh, Justin, you hit that with me too. Yeah, it was a really good position. Pretty nice setup. There was one other play that I took. Oh, McDonald's. McDonald's was a $226 position. So we can go over that. That was the final one that made us clear 2,076 this week. But if you count Uber, we were up way more than that. Pat's is better than Geno's. Oz might fight me on it, but I like Pat's better. Or Tony Luke's. Steve's Prince of Cheesesteaks. You gotta check that place out. Okay, so let's look at McDonald's. McDonald's was a pretty nice play. Once again, didn't hit it for that much money. Really nice. This is like a textbook play for us. Really nice ascending wedge, bearish divergence, TTM squeeze. Got some puts here. Dropped down 3.5%. Nice exit. Perfect textbook play. And what was the other one? Somebody else called. Oh, CCL out. So this, we had a really nice wedge forming. Normally with a, descending wedge like this, you'll get price action bouncing, hitting the apex, and then we make a breakout to the upside. This would have been perfect. You could have scalped in 1 day and 5 hours, 15% returns. Who was that? Dredge. You bought NCLH. I'll talk about the overall stock market too. NCLH making, sort of the same move here. Actually, nearly the same move. Situation kind of here. A bit. Kind of got that little wedge. And then, I don't know. I mean, are you planning on this long term, Dredge, or not? I mean, short term, we have a big ceiling to get through here. But if we end up rejecting and pulling back to the 200 back up to here is a nice play. So big thing you're watching is to see if we break that $11.80 support. If we break that, then we could be making a new low. But they do have earnings in 4 days, which is a little iffy. Let's see. Long. $15 exit. Yeah, you could be good. I know some news came out this week, like CCL said that they're going to start in August, or that they have clearance in August. Who knows how that's going to be. I know Governor Cuomo, which is in New York, said that they're not going to get back to really doing normal stuff until, I think he said September. I know Pennsylvania, they're not even going to start to try to open until June 4th. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Cruise lines can be a really, really good return. The biggest thing and why I sold CCL in general was just I didn't think from the get-go it was going to be this, I don't want to say this bad, but people reacting in this way. But I do think a lot of people are kind of looking at the whole situation and saying like, oh, this is not as bad as we thought it was going to be. Obviously there's still people sick and dying, but it's not as bad as we had anticipated. But we'll see how people, react. I get people who hit me up and say, there's no way I'm going on a cruise for at least a couple of years. And then I have friends who hit me up and they're like, yo, I don't care at all. I'm just going on a bunch of cruises. Oh, for Oz and I, can you go over our 256.19 SPY put? What's the feasible target? Stop loss? Hopefully not. I think we're negative 30 to 40%. So I've been averaging down Let me tell you guys what I have. 21 cruises are almost booked. Hey. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'd go on a cruise. I had some lady yell at me in Target today because I didn't put a mask on. So I'm down 20% on my SPY puts. I have 20 contracts and I'm down currently $1,195. So my plan for this is probably to cut losses, like seeing what happens Tuesday or Wednesday. I have to see what happens here. We had this head and shoulders pattern on the overall market right here. Now, this was the big resistance that we were watching, was 289.30. We bounced and then we touched 1-2 times and then we broke right through it, no problem. Now, obviously, the next resistance is going to be up here at 296. If we break 296, that's an issue. So, I personally, you got to realize any big news that comes out will never come out. I mean, it'll usually never come out during the week. Big news will always come out Friday nights or Sundays. Why? I'll ask you guys why. Why will big news always come out Friday night or Sundays? So, the reason they'll come out Sunday nights or Friday nights is because you can't do anything about it. Yeah, exactly like I said. So you can't do anything about it, so you can't affect the market. Exactly. Because if they... I don't even know what news could come out. But if they came out with news saying Trump's got coronavirus or something, who knows? Right now, people would sell off heavy. The big things moving into the future weeks, we had labor market numbers. Obviously, it's going to keep getting worse and worse. I think that investors are starting to get a little more hesitant. One thing that I really am surprised, and I'm not surprised, and I am surprised, that the market is not reacting to companies not giving guidance. I thought that we were going to get a fade because I thought that they were going to ask for guidance. And, obviously guidance was going to be terrible. No companies are giving guidance at all. And so I thought that was going to help fade out the market a bit, but it's not. So we'll see. I know Trump's now talking about still going after China and this whole trade war and all this stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But here's the thing. I still don't trust the market. But that doesn't mean I'm going to hold a losing position until it turns to zero. That's not going to happen either. So we'll see what happens Sunday. Everyone's dripping around him. I hope he gets it. I see a few oil companies are having earnings today, unless you're Elon. No news is better than bad news. Yeah, sounds like a trade deal getting ripped up. Yeah, trade deal is planning on getting ripped up. This is really, really good interview. I think her name is Danielle DiMartino Booth, but you gotta check it out. She basically goes over the entire trade agreement, and inside the trade agreement it says that if an act of God on China's side, if an act of God were to happen, in quotes, a pandemic, if something of that nature were to happen, that China would not have to fulfill their end of the bargain, which would be purchasing the agricultural and everything. So, some people are saying that's an act of war. The Chinese trade deal. Yep. So, yeah, basically that's kind of done with, in my opinion. So I think that the other thing too now is that Trump and everybody, as Americans, we need to realize, we relied on China a lot, but look at everything going on right now. We really rely on China. And then imagine if one day China was like, nah. So, you got to adhere to our demands, or I don't know. I think people are realizing that we at some point, America could not be the biggest economy in the world. And I think Trump is going to fight for that. So whether you agree with that or not, I still see some turbulence. But then again, with somebody like Trump, let's see what ends up happening in the market, because he's not going to want things to be shaky going into his, presidential election. He's not going to want that. Dude's funny, though. He went to that meat packing plant, just didn't wear a mask. Just didn't give a shit. Is there some sort of hedge debit spread to offset the 250 SPY put? Not too familiar with offsetting losses or a credit spread. I mean, you could buy a call. You could if you wanted to do that. But for me, I don't usually hedge that much. I mean, I have hedges. Like, you gotta realize that I have a lot of long-term positions right now. So, like, my portfolio, as far as this big push is considered, like, it's just kind of the same. Hey, you got that after-hours move. But, I mean, if you take a look on the daily, this is kind of what I was afraid of. We did cross MACD to the downside. We do have a squeeze that's happening here on the daily S&P 500. So this squeeze, these types of squeezes normally take about 5 days, 6 days to go through. And I'm a little upset. We had this big push, and then when we pulled down this morning, if you remember, first thing in the morning, we had this big pullback. The TTM actually turned red again. So the fact that it turned green and closed green and the RSI's up does not look good for us. I will be honest. It could actually push up and then maybe eventually hit 300. Now, we could see 300 before we see 260. Somebody asked me that question yesterday. It was a really good question. That could happen. So we'll see. Back and forth, blame bull crap. I can't say that word. Regardless, I've been buying more local bakery, meats, vegetables, the smaller grocery stores. I agree with you. I've been trying to go out to eat at local restaurants, keep people in business, but it sucks, And so I think the state of the economy and the state of everything, it's really going to depend on how this happens, because you have people who want the economy open, or the right to have it open, which I'm kind of on that side. You have the people who want the economy to stay closed and they don't care, the shelter in place no matter what till we get this whole situation figured out. But the point is, really, if you think about it, we talk about a second wave a lot. Whether you believe in vaccines or not, let's say that a vaccination is needed. You can't keep the economy shut down till the vaccination's out. You can't. And if you were to just reopen the economy tomorrow, even slowly, cases are going to start going up, and cases are going to go through the roof. So for me, it's kind of like we're just delaying the inevitable. We're either going to keep the economy closed, until we get a vaccine, and you're going to destroy all small business and the economy is going to be destroyed. Because I was listening to that Joe Rogan podcast, and Elon Musk, he brought up a good point about COVID-19 and what I guess a lot of people don't understand. He was like, even if you have unemployment, even if you're getting PPP loans, even if you're getting paid and you have to stay at home, what's the point of money if there's no economy? You still have to create goods. So it doesn't matter if you have a ton of money. You can pay your bills, but the economy will still die. We need people to make things. We need people to create things. That's how the economy works. Yeah, I'm going to get my hair cut Sunday. I'm going to give him $100. Her $100 for sure. I have to. They're just going to take the penalty from Pennsylvania and just stay open anyway. Yeah, so Maddie said it's not the rise of cases, the rise of deaths that we need to watch. I agree with you. Actually, it's funny. I was just looking around today, and I'm very much on the side of we need to open the economy and do it safely and keep the people who are at high risk. And I understand both sides. It's kind of like a pro-life, pro-choice thing. But something I didn't know is that the average, some of you probably saw it on my social media, but it's true. The average life expectancy of a human, male or female, a human in the United States is 78.5 years old. The average death of somebody who dies from COVID-19 is 79 years old, in Pennsylvania specifically. And 70% of them are in nursing homes. So statistically, if you were to die from COVID-19, you would actually outlive the average American life expectancy. So yeah, I understand the big problem, and the big thing that worries people is that people like us who are younger, um, you know, we would bring it to somebody. Like, if my dad got it, he would be dead in fucking 5 minutes. But he also is somebody who has a ton of comorbidities. He's obese. He doesn't take care of himself. He has high blood pressure. He has cholesterol issues. He does not care about himself at all. And the funny thing is, my dad's just out doing whatever right now. He's out more than anything. Deaths will continue to rise. Whether we open up or not, deaths will always lag the infections. Yeah, but I mean, the other thing too is you also have people saying, and there's a lot of smart people who are also saying this, that, like, you have a lot of people fudging numbers. And if you read there's a document from the House of State Representatives, my buddy works for the government, that they all got, and basically every single person, like almost 90% of the people in Pennsylvania who died had at least, I can post it or read it, but they had at least one comorbidity. Most of them had 4 comorbidities or more. So it's like, if you had cancer and you die from COVID on your death certificate, what does it say? Those types of deals. But 99%, yeah, and that's definitely the thing. No, yeah, I agree with you, Oz. So Oz brings up a good point, is that if we were to open the economy, all of our supply is low. So, like, masks are low, disinfectant is low, hand sanitizer is low. But then again, like, just wash your hands. Like, I understand what you're saying, though, Oz. But, like, wash your hands. For some reason, people think the hand sanitizer is better than washing your hands. So businesses will not be able to use sanitizer. I do agree with that, too. What's up, Pete? Any thoughts on GMRE? It's still in short supply? Yeah, it's still in short supply. You still can't get it. I bought 5 huge bottles of hand sanitizer back in February, before it even came to America. And it was in short supply, and I overpaid for it, and I knew, I was like, you know what, I'm not trying to be one of those people who I'm going to overindulge, but yeah, I'm not. I mean, even me, like, I'm not wearing gloves and stuff, and I'm just trying to wash my hands more, but yeah, it's everything is low. And you got to realize too that, none at Walmart, limited supplies of most goods, and we have trouble getting disinfectants. Yeah, for sure. I mean, dude, it's to the point where, unfortunately, like, businesses have to, like, lock up hand sanitizer and stuff. But the biggest thing is just wash your hands. Like, one of the main things, you don't even need disinfectant hand soap. Like, there's this really, really intelligent video on washing your hands. It kind of explains the point of washing your hands, as dumb as it sounds. Is it's not to, like, disinfect your hands. It's actually that, like, the soap creates a barrier so that germs cannot, like, sit on your hands. That's why it has that residuey feeling. It's just a crappy situation. I feel that as far as opening the economy, everybody who doesn't want to open the economy, and I might be wrong, but a lot of people who don't want to open the economy are people who are actually getting unemployment or can work from home or are essential workers. I feel bad, and this is for me, because personally I don't care if we open the economy. For myself, our academy has been doing better than we ever had. And for me, it doesn't affect my paychecks at all. But the big thing for me is, like, if you own a business, you're personally backing everything. It's not like you're just losing your business for a lot of these people. And as an entrepreneur myself, I feel for those people, because I know what it's like to take a risk. I know what it's like to put everything you have on the line to try to create a business. And I can only imagine that, because of circumstances that I can't deal with, it's not like people want to go back to work. It's not like most people who have businesses want to go back to work. Most people would rather not. They don't want to. I agree with you, though, Oz, that he says that's on them. And I do agree with you, because it's kind of the same situation. Like, that's why they get paid so much. I posted a video a couple weeks ago that it was a video basically of Ben Shapiro talking to this guy, and the guy was saying, like, why talk about the difference in wages. And, it's like, yeah, people who own businesses get paid more money than average people, but that's because they take on the responsibility. So I do agree with you, Oz. That is a responsibility they took on. It just sucks, no matter what position you're in. That's why I'm happy, at least, that I have a business that's not only recession-proof, but pandemic-proof. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. Kind of sucks, but I think that if anything, this situation should show not only are we not ready for a real pandemic, but we need to start making things back in America, and we need to start being more reliable on ourselves. I'm turning into a boomer more and more every day. Is there a time cap or subject to change for the plus 600 a week on top of unemployment? I'm not sure. They do have the Emergency Cares for the People Act that's trying to get passed. I don't know if that's going to get passed. I don't even know where that money would come from. Just print more. I don't know, though. It's for 4 months. That's the other thing. Unemployment, which is nuts. You have a lot of people who, I can't say, like, I know a lot of people are outraged about unemployment. But you gotta realize that comes from taxpayers' dollars. And I was listening to this lady who was in charge of New York's unemployment. She was getting barraged today after Cuomo talked. And they were basically saying, like, how were you not ready for this? How were you not ready for this? And she did bring up a point where, like, yeah, if the unemployment agency wanted, 5 times the amount of money that we normally have for a tech upgrade or all these different things, more people would end up, being like, well, why? You don't need that. And then she'd have to, I understand. It sucks. At least, I know the people in my life, like my brother, he started his unemployment like the day he got fired. Well, not fired, but laid off. So he was luckily fine. The virus will not be removed. Oh. If everyone washes their hands at least 1 time a day, SPY rises 5 points. I've seen some people say they don't want to go back to work because they make more right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Everyone makes more money. Literally that's my biggest problem is that, the super rich, they're not really having issues right now. The really poor are not making, are not losing out right now. It's the middle class because people, they can get health, they can get, if you're on food stamps and you're on welfare and you're on unemployment, you're already making probably more money than you did before. Plus, you can do some illegal stuff. You could, it's terrible. You could sell weed. You could sell drugs. You could cut hair on the side. You could do lawn work. You can go shopping for, there's so many ways to make money under the table. So it's pretty easy for people to be making more money now than they have before. Yes, it is, my friend. Isn't the new one like $2K a month? If it goes through, it's $2K a month, yeah. That's the Emergency Cares for the People Act. That's $2K a month. If that goes through. I'll say $600 a week is more than he made already. Exactly. Punch someone in their gourd. Plus his unemployment. That's not happening. Democrats want a second stimulus check at $2K per American. Wait till it's over. I hope it doesn't happen, but I want to be sure I had the right info while I say I hope it doesn't happen for another $2,000 investment. Yep. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's nuts. But we'll see if another stimulus check comes. I had somebody ask a question, actually, about a stock that we were looking at. Let me go back up. Pete, any thoughts on GMRE? GMRE. Let's do it up, Joe Schmo. So, Global Medical REIT. So, let's check out the 4-hour first. So, we kind of have this. This actually looks really good. I do like this. Are you in this already, Joe Schmo? Also, side note, UFC starts up on Friday. Tomorrow. I am planning on betting the house. I'm going to download DraftKings. I'm going to download FanDuel. I'm so excited to get some sports and some fighting in. I died at you reading my Gord comment. I read them all. Maybe I'll do like a UFC watch party. I'll get smashed. I'll start like a side UFC channel. Okay, so I don't know if Joe Schmo's still here. If you are and you're in this looks really good. So we have an ascending triangle pattern right here. Is ESPN actually airing it? Yes, they are. Yep, and it's going to be in Jacksonville, Florida. I think Dana White pushed back on ESPN and was just kind of like, fuck you. They were going to do it on an Indian reservation, but they actually got a commission to do it. It is going to be the most stacked UFC card I've ever seen in my entire life. They are so smart. So they have a funny enough that if you're a UFC fan, I don't know if you are, but they have a contract with ESPN where they have to put 52 fights a year on now, 52 cards a year. Well, they have what, they've only put on, there's like 32 weeks left in the year, and they still owe 39 fights or 38 fights. So there's actually going to be like three fight cards in the next week, and they're smart because nobody else is putting on anything, so they'll be killing it. Can you check out Dave & Buster's? Yep. Okay, so Global GMRE is looking really good. I don't know if Joe Schmo's in here. If not, this could actually be a really good big bounce coming in here. If you would have grabbed in on here, I guess not because there's earnings, but from here to here would have been a really nice play, 25%. Usually what happens is we'll bounce, hit the apex, break out. So Joe Schmo, if you're here, good play. Oz, I don't know if this is true. You might know. Supposedly WWE is up for sale. Somebody said WWE is up for sale. I don't know if that's true or not. We have hurricane parties and cookouts in Florida. What do you expect, Oz? I feel you. Can you check out Dave & Buster's? Where's that play? If I can type, that'd be nice. So we started to get a squeeze, and then it didn't end up releasing. So we have, this is looking pretty good. RSI kind of trending up. MACD cross pointing up. Probably going to go from here at least another 10% up to 1252. If we hit 1252, next resistance is going to be 1369. So this could be a good setup, Dredge. If you're already in this, congratulations. Looking sweet. Looking good here. Yeah, I told you I was coming mostly. I don't know if it was true because Vince said he's all in on XFL. Plans to sell most of his shares to fund it. Yeah. I don't know if it's up for sale. I was going to hold it, but I don't like holding weeklies. I really, really don't like holding weeklies. All right, dope. Where did Uber close today? 32.79. Not bad. Girlfriend is in it. She's up happily. I'll relay to her. Oh, play? Oh, yeah, for sure. It's looking good. Vince is out on the WWE. Football is his passion. Good old football. All right, cool. Any more questions? Anything? I put out a mobile TOS video today. I didn't expect it to get any like SEO traction, but I figured it would help a lot of people. I don't really use it, but if you're working or something, it's probably good. Besides that, I'm probably going to actually take tomorrow off from working in general. Put out 5 videos this week, trying to do 5 a week now. We're obviously going to have everything on Sunday. I'm going to release probably Sunday on the Academy, like an actual breakdown of how to read every aspect of an option. I kind of did it during that live stream, but I think I'm going to end up actually like making piece by piece, like what is implied volatility, what is implied volatility crush, like what is this and that, and like bids and asks, which is pretty easy, but some people might not know it, which is cool. And we're growing a lot. We have a lot of students right now, which is sick. And so I'm planning on raising the price to $50 in June. Not to anybody who's already in here, but to anybody new, and then in September probably 100, because I'd like to keep the numbers kind of small. And we'll see. I mean, I'd like to get the numbers bigger. Like, that would be dope, because the more money I make, the more money I can put back into investing, the more money I can put back into this channel. I'd love to get an office. If I could get, like, here's the thing. I could get an office right now. It's just like, is it worth it at this point with the stock market down so much still? And with me thinking it's going to take another fade, I would really like to just save bank on the side in case we take another tumble. I could throw that money in the market. But I'd like to have a place if you guys want to come, hang out, chill, eat some cheesesteaks, trade. I think it'd be dope. And also, if I had a full-time office, I could put out a lot of content. I feel like I already put out a lot of content, but it's cool because like as a YouTube channel, we're like finally starting to snowball. Like, let me check. We used to get, let me get my little analytics up here, since you guys are, the community basically. So I'm used to get like 2 subscribers a week. Then I went to 2 subscribers a day. Now we're up to like 17 or 18 subscribers a day, which is sick. And now we're up to 900 views a day on average, which is sick because, like we're exponentially growing. But if we were to even stay at 900 views a day, that'd be like 300,000 views a year. Can look into investing into office spaces, rent out. Can look into investing office space, rent out. I don't know what that means. But my other thought, I'm thinking of buying a bigger house. Like, did I just rip my thing out? No. Oh my God. Guys, I'm gonna buzz my freaking head. I'm gonna have to buzz my head. My barber just said that they're getting threatened by law enforcement to revoke their occupancy and take their licenses away. So, I'm not getting a haircut. Oh my God. I'm literally gonna have to just buzz my freaking head. I haven't buzzed my head since prison, but shit. God damn it. Damn it. First world problems. But yeah, my thought is kind of like, if I'm gonna take on an office of payment of like $1,000 to $2,000 a month, wouldn't it just be smarter to buy a bigger house? Like, and then just have like a full basement. Right now, let me do it. Pay back for the shitty haircut you gave me in high school. I don't remember that. I probably did though. I've given a lot of terrible haircuts. Let Oz do it for the stream. I could. I miss getting sushi, Oz. I haven't seen you in a while. Good old COVID. I actually might end up shaving my head or maybe trying to cut the sides or something. I gotta see. I think you accidentally said January in the video last night in regards to price increases. Probably. Dude, I got so much going on, I literally forget. I probably did. It's all good. May try getting stationed near Philly next if everything works out. Do it up. Yo, Oz, we can have a manly picnic. We can get like sushi to go. And we'll have like a manly picnic. I dim sum yesterday. Just went to the park. Ate dim sum. Like a loser. Let's do it for the stream. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we're growing. We're growing exponentially. It's really sick. I can't wait till we get to the point where we have tons and tons and tons of subscribers, which would be cool. Because then we have the ability to reach more people, grow the community, get more people to be a part of it. It's not like we have to have that, but I'm excited. 2020 has been honestly the best year of my life. It's really sick. Matt, you gonna life it in the Navy? It's true. I think my grandfather was in the Navy for like 40 years. He was an admiral or something. Oh damn, we got a new person in the group. What's up? Cool. Anybody looking in NBR long term, still risky if they go under, well worth it. Blake, I don't know if you're in here. I can actually share. About to wrap up, but come say hey. Let's see. NBR. Nabros Industries? I don't even know what this is, actually. My girlfriend's walking the freaking dog so I can have quiet for the stream. And she's like, it's raining. You can just come in. It's cool. Dog makes noise all the time. NBR has been squeezing for a while. I have to actually look into the financials on this. But we'll have to see. If I get picked up for NCR, I probably will. Let's do it. Am I auto an affiliate? I don't know what that means. You mean affiliate for us? Yeah, I think you should be an affiliate. If you guys want to become an affiliate, I don't know. I put it on the Teachable, but if you want to become an affiliate, you can just shoot me a DM or, say something in the Discord. I can make you one. You get 15% for every sale. Which I did start offering $1,000 for a lifetime, which as the price rises, that's actually really good. Joshmo said yes, just a few shares. Good. Oh yeah, that was on God, what was it? GMRE. Yeah, it looks really good. Really nice. I called this out. We went over it this morning. I'll re-go over it. I wish I would have held on to Zillow. Zillow was an amazing play. Okay, never mind. The dog's going to be nuts. But I wish I would have held on to this because we had this big ascending triangle, big move up, and then we ended up coming down and then breaking out. So I wish I would have held on to that. Yes. That's the other thing. With an office, we don't have this annoying dog. That helps too. 2 roads, just like the Spy Bloods. All right, cool, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Let me know if you need anything. I'm going to do a bunch of technical analysis this weekend. Hopefully get us a bunch of plays. If you are new here and you want to be a part of the academy, we have over 50 hours of different lectures. I'm constantly putting out new courses, constantly putting out new lectures. We live stream like this every single morning. We go over I go over what I'm trading, what I'm looking at, answer questions. It's really chill. The link will be down below. It's $30 a month. Anybody who is part of the academy, what's up? Before you go, hit that like button. Really helps. And I will see you guys next time. Probably going to take tomorrow off. Don't be afraid to shoot me a message, though. Probably only get checked like twice. I'm going to try to find us some good plays. So until next time, I'll see you guys. Take care.